What is up, guys? I'm here back again, 10-Vid Man, you know the whole drill, and I'm back with an NU game against actually the same guy I had first in my last video, and we just have really good games. This was an NU game that I had with him, and our teams are pretty interesting. You know, I've got some kind of random stuff. I got an Arbok in there. I got a Scarfed Whalelord that's modest, which is actually going to bite me in the ass. And he's got some pretty big threats, including, I know he's known for carrying a Specs Ampharos, and that's a dangerous threat right there. And then he's got a Wartortle as a spinner. He's got a very dangerous Rampardos and a Kadabra. That's always dangerous. And, of course, Swellow is always a pain. But let's get this battle going. Just cause, and I felt my best lead would probably be Probopass, just because I can get those rocks up, I can T-Wave anything that tries to switch in. So, I'm going to leave that Probopass. I believe he leads off with the, the Ampharos, that's right. And, you know, Ampharos, especially since I knew this thing was Specs, I really didn't know what, you know, it probably was going to lock itself into Focus Blast. First one is able to connect, and boom. And yeah, Probopass, it's going to bring it all the way down to its sturdy. And, you know, Magnet Pull is usually the primary ability for Probopass, but, you know, in NU or Steel types don't really reign, I find sturdy to be the more superior ability, especially for a Stealth Rock setter like, you know, itself. So, I'm going to be able to T-Wave this not the Probopass, the Ampharos, and which is nice, so I can get that thing paralyzed and, you know, semi-cripple it, and now I can get my Stealth Rocks up, which is really nice. And, you know, I still have to worry about the Wartortle, but still, having those rocks up is always nice. And, you know, he's going to stay locked into that Focus Blast, and, yeah, it's going to hit again, which kind of sucks. So down goes my Probopass early on. Not too big of a deal, but it is my special wall, so it's going to go down to that. But, oh well, down it goes. I believe now I'll go into my Arbok. And this is the standard max attack, max speed Arbok with Intimidate. Very, very, very dangerous set right here. I mean, I thought I really had a good chance to just do some decimation with this Arbok. And here comes a humongous threat in the form of Rampardos, and I'm just like, well, shoot, this thing might be scarfed. I really don't know. But I set up a coil on the switch just because it's the best play, pretty much. I really didn't want to go for the Earthquake straight away, because I'm not holding light form. I probably could have gone for Earthquake straight away. I just didn't think it'd be the most necessary thing. But I just take a humongous risk in staying in, and I do outspeed the Rampardos, meaning he's most likely, it could be a Rock Polish variant, it could be a Banded variant, I don't know which, but down goes that humongous threat early on, which is amazing. Now I don't have to worry about that thing at all. I took a humongous risk right there. But now comes the Kadabra. And I really didn't know what to expect from this thing. I expected it would be the subset, so I very riskedly went for the Sucker Punch, and I'm like, yes, I got it down, but no, he's got to use a Sash Kadabra, and I'm like, shoot, 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 shoot. Well, down goes my Arbok, because he is going to unleash a Psychic on me, and that really freaking sucks. So, yeah, my Arbok is not going to take that, and it's going to die to that, no problem. And I really should have seen the Focus Sash coming, because why else would he switch that in, unless, you know, he was carrying the substitute, but, you know, I'm notorious for carrying a Sash Alakazam and OU as it is. But here I bring up my Whalelord thinking it'll outspeed, but no, he outspeeds. If I were Timid Scarf, I might have outsped, but I really wasn't sure. I didn't bother to do a speed calc. I think this thing only has about 210-something speed as it is, so I go mindlessly for the Water Spout. And it's going to KO the Kadabra easily from that range. Luckily, that Energy Ball didn't kill. Puts me down pretty darn low, though. And now it's just going to bring out Ampharos, and I don't want anything else taking a hit. I pretty much just got to leave Whalelord in here to die. I'm just going to, you know, use a Water Shot to get a little bit of damage off. Why not? And since virtually nothing, just because of the low HP range I am right now. But he's just going to finish me off with a T-Bolt, which is fine. I mean, I could have preserved Whalelord and tried a Hydro Pump or something later, but I decided it probably wouldn't have been the best option. I should probably Timid Scarf this thing instead of Modest Scarf. I just like the extra power, so. But regardless, here comes a big star of the show, which is my Emboar, as it usually is in my NU battles. And I'm going to lock myself into Earthquake because it's, you know, probably the best bet I have right now. And, yeah, that thing is going to get wrecked by a Choice Banded Earthquake. Down that thing goes, which is great. And, yeah, down it goes. So, but now he's going to bring out the, what was it? What is this thing? Wartortle, that's right. And I really don't fear too much from Wartortle. I mean, I do have a really nasty poke in the form of Electros to deal with it. And here I think he's down to his Wartortle, Garbodor, and he has Swellow. At this point, I'm just thinking he has 2 left. Guys, I actually honestly forgot he had Swellow, and this is what's going to drive me into a kind of a rut, because I completely forget about the Swellow. And I let him try to Toxic. He unfortunately misses, which sucks. I'm going to get off an Acid Spray on this thing. This is a special attacking Electros Acid Spray. And Acid Spray is such a good freaking move. Oh, I mean, it's amazing. Just that having the special defense of your opponent, just one move, that's great. And he's going to get off a Toxic on me the second turn. It was unfortunate he couldn't get that off the second turn. He could have got a little bit more residual damage on me. But regardless, I'm going to easily take care of this thing as a technically +2 Thunderbolt. And down goes that War Turtle, which is amazing. So, down it goes, and now he's down to his Garbodor and his Swellow. I'm really, honestly surprised he didn't bring out his Swellow sooner. And to be honest, I really don't understand much why. I guess I really didn't know. But out comes the Garbodor. And, you know, I have to assume it's the standard spikes and T-spike spread, but, you know, I'm not 100% sure. And he's going to land this first Gunk Shot, and, you know, it's a base 120 power move coming off base 95 attack. But I can tell right away from the damage this is a defensive set because it doesn't do with too much. I'm just going to get off an Acid Spray on this thing, and I'm going to have its special defense, which is great. So, you know, I'm really unsure onto whether or not I can take another Gunk Shot, especially after Toxic damage. And, you know, it's kind of risky for me going for the Acid Spray, just because I have no other special attackers on this team. All I have left is my Emboar and my Fracture after Electros. And he's going to go for Gunk Shot. He unfortunately misses. I'm really not sure if that mattered. I really should run a calc, but I am going to go for the T-Bolt, and that will easily be able to take out that Garbodor from that range. So, is now 3 against 1 against his Swellow, but Swellow directly threatens the rest of my team. Because I know that none of my Pokemon are going to be able to take any one of its hits. I just really got to play well, and I'm so glad he never Rapid Spin in the game, which he really, really should have. He really should have tried to get the Rapid Spin off on him, because he's going to lose a significant chunk due to the Stealth Rocks. And, you know, he's just going to get his Status Orb going. I really don't know if he's got the Toxic Orb or the Flame Orb. It really doesn't matter which. Depends on your team, really. But he turns out he's carrying the Flame Orb after I get my lefties and Toxic damage going. So, but yeah, now I believe he is just going to kill me off of a Stab Facade after, you know, he gets burned and all that. He's wholly side effects. But, yes, he does go for the Facade. And I'm really scared because he can decimate the rest of my team. He'll KO my Fracture with Facade. And Emboar, I'm not sure if it'll go down to a Facade or not. I ran a calc after this battle, and based on my calculations, if the Swellow was Jolly, it would have a 25% chance to knock out my Emboar from full with Facade. Most are Jolly. He does end up going for the Brave Bird, which is a really, really risky play. It easily KOs my Emboar. But here's the thing, guys. Emboar has a massive HP stat. Look at that recoil damage, and that will put it into a range where the burn finishes it off. And guys, that will be the game because he dies from the Brave Bird recoil. What an amazing game. I was just down to my Fracture, which would have died the following turn if he had not killed himself, and that is why this game was so awesome. So, I still had my Fracture. I mean, if I got a couple Dragon Dances up, I probably could have outsped that Swellow. But regardless, I really didn't have a chance to set up with it anyway. I probably could have brought in my Fracture early on against this Ampharos, but I didn't want it to get paralyzed. But yeah, that's how the game's going to end, with Swellow knocking itself out at a recoil and burn. So I hope you guys enjoyed that fun battle, and yeah, I'm actually finally getting another battle within 2 days of each other. So hopefully I can get more going for the next period of time. So other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, sub, and later, guys.